a part of ATL Tinkerpreneur 2024. So on behalf of the whole Atal Innovation Mission team as well as the Tinkerchamps team, I welcome you all to this exciting session, which will be around 45 to 50 minutes, in which we'll be trying to learn different type of topics and different type of skills. So I think you all might have seen the first two sessions which were done earlier and might have learned some kind of skills, and hope your uh, sessions and the projects are going on quite well in ATL Tinkerpreneur. So just one thing one notification to all students is that please complete all your projects on time. And there are various assignments during all of them. So please try to complete all of them on time so that we can like reach and create the digital products at the end of the Tinkerpreneur session. So today we have three exciting Tinker champs with us. We have Aditya. Aditya, if you can just say hi from West Bengal. Aditya, if you can just unmute and just say hi.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Aditya Roy, and you have seen me in the previous digital skills session also.
Yeah. Then we have Sanvi. Sanvi is from Bangalore. Sanvi, if you can just say hi to everyone, unmute and just say hi.
Hello everyone, I'm Sanvi Nalse. I am a ninth grader from Air Force School, Hepal, and I took part in the Tinkerpreneur 2021. So let's learn building a mobile app.
Thank you, sir. And next we have Aditri. You might have seen Aditri as a part of many Tinker sessions as well as different ATL sessions. So Aditri is from Delhi. Aditri, can you just say?
Hi everyone, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm from Amity International School, Saket, New Delhi.
So these are the experts we have today, and hope for a great learning session. So what will we be learning today? So the major topics that we'll be learning is we'll be learning how to build a chatbot, how to use ChatGPT, how to create a computer game, how to create a 3D model, and how to design a mobile app. So these are some of the broad topics that we'll be discussing during the session, and then we'll be having a short question and answer session at the end, towards the end. So who'll be going first? Aditya, Sanvi, Aditri?
So I'll be going first.
Yeah. So over to you, Sanvi. Great. So please put in your comments in the chat box. We shall be taking all the questions towards the end. And yeah, over to you, Sanvi, for the next one.
Thank you, sir. Hello everyone, I'm Sanvi Nalse. I'm a ninth grader from Air Force School, Hepal. I took part in the Tinkerpreneur 2021 and got selected in the top 100 teams. I've been taking part in various ATL activities ever since, even conducting my own workshops. Right now, we will focus on the skill building a mobile app. This is an exciting and highly relevant skill in today's digital world. So without any further delay, let's get started. Firstly, let's know what is a mobile app. A mobile app or application is a computer game that runs on a mobile phone. Mobile apps can do all kinds of things, and there are many types of apps, like social media apps like Instagram and Snapchat for sharing photos and videos. There's also the messaging apps like WhatsApp and Messenger for chatting with friends. There's also the games like Fortnite and Among Us for entertainment, educational apps like Duolingo and Khan Academy for learning, productivity apps like Google Docs and Microsoft Office for getting your work done. And these apps are pretty important as they come handy in our daily lives. They're quite convenient and make our lives easier by providing quick access to information, tools, and entertainment right at our fingertips. They also increase our productivity, like many apps help us stay organized and focused and productive. And I'm sure you guys must have heard or about or at least used these apps before, and soon you'll be able to make your own mobile apps yourself. All right, now let me show you a few apps that I've built myself. The first app that we're going to see is a simple mathematical operation, kind of like a calculator app. It is an app where you can do simple calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So let us see how it looks. I'll be sharing my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Sanvi, it's visible.
All right. So this is the app, and here we have 4 buttons. And the first one is for adding the 2 numbers that is taken in as the input in these 2 input boxes. And it also shows the result of the sum in the below result label. So let us now try out some random numbers. So let me add, suppose 24 and 273. And I'll click on the addition button. And as you can see, the sum is visible over here in the label, and it's also changed the label color to red. So let's try out other operations too. Let me change the numbers to suppose 62 and 37, and I'll subtract it. Here, the label is green and it's also showing us our result. Now let me try multiplication with the same numbers. And this is our product. And when we try and divide these numbers, this is the answer that we get. Now, do you want to know how this works? Well, this app is getting the values from the inputs, and with the click of the button, we use the mathematical blocks to add or subtract, and then we take the result of the operation and display it in the result label. As for like how these app can be used, right now, although it has only about 4 operations, in the future you can add, suppose, cubes or squares and make it into a full-fledged calculator app. And if you're wondering how much time it took for me to build this app, since it was my first time using MIT App Inventor, to figure out how everything works and to design the screen to code, it took me around 20-ish minutes. All right, now let's move on to our next demo. Our next demo is a GK quiz app to test our general knowledge. This app has 3 questions with multiple choice for us to answer. And at the end, it also tells us our scores. So this is our app. And in the first screen, there is a big title, Welcome to the GK quiz, and a button to start our quiz. Now let me start it. And the first question is being displayed over here, who discovered electricity? And we have 4 options. And let me click on the option that I think is right. So I click on Thomas Alva Edison. And as you can see over here, it in the bottom, it's showing the option that we have selected. So let me just click on next. All right, so now we have our second question, the largest democracy in the world. So I'll click on the option and I'll click on the next button. And our third question is, what is the biggest rainforest in the world? Now, I'm not really sure, but I think it's Amazon. So let me just click on the option that I think is correct. And let me click on the next button. So are we ready for the results? Okay, I'll click on the next button. And we got all 3 of them right. So our final score is 3 out of 3. Wasn't answering these questions like really exciting? Now let us see how I made this app. So in this app, when we click on an option, we are first storing the option that we chose. And then secondly, we're making the visibility of the label that shows the option that we have selected as true. And at the end, we are comparing the answers with the option that we chose. If it's correct, we're increasing the score, and if it's not, there is no change. And if you noticed, unlike the previous app that I showcased, this one has multiple screens. And by clicking on the specific button, it then takes you to the different screens. All right, now let us move on to our next app. The previous 2 apps was built in the platform MIT App Inventor, but this app is built in another platform called Thunkable. Thunkable is also a block coding platform where you can build both mobile apps for both iOS and Android devices. So as you can see, the app that I'm going to be showing you is a storytelling app. And this particular app has different moral stories and even a feature to upload your own. Okay, so this is the app, and we have 3 different stories. And if you click on these images to read them, okay, and there is, if you scroll down, there's also a button for us to upload our story. So let me just try it out. Okay, I'll try it out. And is this screen familiar to you? This is a Google form. And this app has a web viewer that opens up a Google form where the user can upload their story. So I'll go back and I'll click on the 3 different stories. This is our storytelling app. So this app uses a web viewer component where we can load a web page or website into an app. And in this app, we have linked it to a Google form. And how can this be used? Well, the storytelling app can be used for entertainment. It can be used for education. You can also make it into a platform where people can read other people's stories and react to them and upload their own stories. And it can also become a platform for aspiring writers. Now, can you guess how much time it took for me to build this app? Well, the answer is about 25 minutes. This was a fairly simple app, and the only components were images, labels, buttons, and the web viewer. And the only coding I had to do was the navigation to the different screens when the buttons were clicked. Alright, then let us move on to our next app. So, this app is called the Clown Filter app, and as you might have guessed by its name, it adds a funny clown filter to your face. It is a fun app that can be used to play with your friends. And let us see how it works. So this is the app and it's taking a while to load. Okay, it's loaded now. So this is the clown filter and it's pretty funny, right? So if I move, the clown filter also moves. And there are 2 buttons. The first one takes your picture and when I click on it, it says photo capture to indicate that you have taken the photo. And I can click on the second button, the share most recent image picture, to share it with my friends and family through email using the share feature. Now let us look at this with more detail. Now you might be wondering how I made this filter app. This was using the AI technology face mesh. The face mesh model takes the image of your face and locates exactly where your nose, your mouth, and other features are. And you can use this information to make fun filters and effects. And this can only be accessed through a web browser. So I added a web viewer component, and the sharing component allows us to share the picture. The making of this app took me around an hour, and the design is simple, but it was my first time using the AI model face mesh, so I had to explore and try and error to figure out exactly how everything works. Right. Right now, we just from the voice changer to the storytelling app platform and also the Crown Filter app. These projects demonstrated how mobile apps can be useful and fun in lots of different ways. So if you have any questions or would like to learn more about app development in general, please don't hesitate to ask in the chat. I'll gladly share my insights. Thank you for listening to me and over to you, Alice.
Great. Thanks a lot, Sanvi, for the exciting session. Like, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat box. Next, we have Aditri, who will be sharing a knowledge about how chatbots work. And Aditri, over to you.
Thank you, sir. I'll just share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome to this thrilling digital skillings demo session. I'm Aditri, and I'm absolutely delighted to have you join me today as we embark on an exciting journey through the realms of digital creativity. Throughout our time together, we'll be diving into not just one, but two captivating projects that promise to ignite your imagination and expand your skills. First up, we'll be delving into the world of chatbots using Landbot. Chatbots have become increasingly prevalent in today's digital landscape, revolutionizing how businesses and individuals interact online. And with Landbot's platform, we'll uncover the secrets to creating engaging and interactive chatbot experiences that captivate audiences and drive meaningful interactions. But that's not all. Our adventure doesn't end there. Following our exploration of chatbots, we'll transition into the realm of game development with MIT Scratch. With Scratch's user friendly interface and powerful capabilities, we'll unlock the potential to design and create our very own computer game from scratch. From coding characters to crafting game mechanics, you'll learn the essential skills needed to bring your gaming vision to life. Together, we'll uncover the endless possibilities of digital creativity and skilling, while owning the talents that will shape the future of technology. So, without further ado, let's dive in and discover the boundless potential that awaits us in the world of digital innovation. Now, let us begin with what a chatbot is. So, to define it, a chatbot is a computer program designed to simulate conversation with human users, typically through text or voice interactions. These interactions can take place in various platforms such as website, messaging apps, social media platforms, or even a web. Now let's talk about some commonly used chatbots. First of all, we have customer service chatbots. These intelligent assistants are deployed by businesses across various industries to enhance customer service experiences. They serve as the first point of contact for customers seeking assistance when required. Equipped with natural language processing capabilities or the NLP capabilities, they can understand and respond to customer queries efficiently. They can provide them with solutions or directing them to the appropriate resources. Secondly, we have virtual assistants. You might be aware of them. Virtual assistants, exemplified by popular platforms like Siri, Alexa, or Google Assistant, they've become very common in our daily lives. These chatbots are designed to assist users with a wide range of tasks, from setting reminders and alarms to answering questions and controlling smart home devices. Leveraging artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms, virtual assistants continuously learn and adapt to user preferences and behaviors, delivering personalized experiences tailored to individual needs. And lastly, we have entertainment chatbots. Beyond their practical applications, some chatbots are purely designed for entertainment purposes, engaging users in light-hearted interactions, jokes, or games. These chatbots leverage conversational AI to simulate human like conversations and entertain users with their witty responses, engaging stories, interactive games, or even jokes. By understanding the diverse applications and functionalities of chatbots, businesses and developers can harness their potential to enhance customer experiences, streamline operations, and unlock new opportunities for engagement and innovation in the digital landscape. Now, let us move on to a demo where we'll be exploring building a simple chatbot using Landbot. Now, let me give you a brief introduction what Landbot is. Landbot is a user-friendly platform that allows you to create chatbots without any coding. We'll walk through the process of designing and deploying a basic chatbot, demonstrating how easy it is to start with conversational interface. Now, what's currently visible on the screen is our chatbot doing its thing, bringing our ideas to life right before our eyes. Now, let's take a look at the chatbot itself, which we've developed using Landbot. This particular chatbot serves a purpose. It's a history quiz designed to engage users with three intriguing questions. What sets apart is its ability to instantly evaluate responses and provide feedback on if they're correct or not. So, as you can see, this we have a welcome message. Then we have the first question. This is the working of our chatbot. Now, on the right corner, if we click on test this bot, we can preview the draft of our chatbot. Okay, so first of all, we can see a welcome to the world history quiz. We'll click on the start quiz button. Firstly, it asks us, when did the First World War start? Okay, so let's just say we know the answer is 1914. Now, if the answer is correct, it will take us to the next question. Who discovered America? Let's say I say Vasco da Gama. It's incorrect, and I can give it a try again. And now we have the last question. So, for example, I feel that this is the answer. It will say that you have completed the quiz and you can share this Landbot on various platforms. Now, let us discuss about a very important thing on improving your chatbot's functionality. First of all, direct links should not be embedded into a chatbot's text, as it can complicate the user interface and make it confusing for users. And as an alternative, think about utilizing interactive components like links or buttons that are activated by particular chatbot activities. This improves user experience by streaming it and adding an interactive element that keeps consumers interested. For this particular chatbot, this same pattern repeats for each question, adding an element of suspense and excitement to the quiz experience. Moving on, we are now on to the most exciting part of today's session, that is building computer game. All of us enjoy playing games, don't we? But what if I say that after today's session, you might be able to create some exciting games yourself? All of us are aware of what a computer game is, but just to tell those who don't know, a computer game is a game played by people by interacting with virtual objects displayed on a computer screen. It's as simple as that. A computer game offers a form of entertainment. You might be wondering, why should a student learn to make computer games? Let's delve deeper into the reasons why students should learn how to make computer games. First of all, it promotes learning outside of the classroom. Educational games provide an innovative avenue for learning beyond the confines of traditional classroom settings. By engaging students in the creation of computer games, educators can foster a hands on learning experience that stimulates creativity, problem solving, and critical thinking skills. Secondly, it enhances engagement and motivation. Computer games have a unique ability to captivate and motivate learners through immersive and interactive experiences. By integrating game elements such as challenges, rewards, and progression systems, students are incentivized to actively participate and engage with the learning material. Thirdly, it fosters collaboration and teamwork. Game development often involves collaboration and teamwork, mirroring real world scenarios encountered in professional settings. By working together on game projects, students learn valuable interpersonal skills such as communication, cooperation, and problem solving. Fourthly, we can develop technical and digital literacy. Learning how to make computer games equips students with valuable technical and digital literacy skills, essential for success in today's technology driven world. And lastly, it encourages creativity and innovation. Game development nurtures creativity and innovation by empowering students to express their ideas and imagination in a tangible and interactive form. Through the process of designing characters, environments, and gameplay mechanics, students are encouraged to think critically, experiment with different approaches, and iterate on their designs. Now, let us have a demo of the computer game that was built using MIT Scratch. In this session, now what you can see on the screen right now is a game that is titled Octopus Chasing Starfish. Now, the aim of this game is to capture the starfish using the octopus and as frequently as possible. Before we delve into the demo of the game, let's take a look at how exactly the game was developed. We'll click on the See Inside button over here. Okay, as you can see that we have two elements. We have an octopus and a starfish. So each of them have their own movement functions. So for example, in the octopus, we have a function called when the up arrow key is pressed, change y by 10, which means the y-axis would change by 10. Similarly, when right arrow key is pressed, change x by 10. When down, left, etc. And finally, when this green flag is clicked, if the octopus touches the star, the score will change by 1 and a splash sound will be made. Now we click on this element star. When the flag is clicked, forever the game the flag is clicked, the star will glide to a random position whenever the flag is clicked. Now, as you can see that we have a straight stage over here. If we click on this, you can see that it has a backdrop. Now, what if I want to change the backdrop to something else? I'll click on choose a backdrop, and let's say I want to change it to this. The backdrop is changed, but for the time being, let's just keep it what it was originally. Okay, and then if I want to add another element or a sprite, as they say, we'll click on choose a sprite. And for example, I want to add a butterfly, and we'll go to events. When flag is clicked, go to a random position. Okay, we'll place the butterfly over here. And now let's try to see. We'll click on see project page. And now you can see the updated version. Okay, so right now the score is 25. We'll click on the flag. The flash sound is made whenever the star touches the octopus. Let's try that once again. I hope you heard that. And whenever the flag is clicked, the butterfly goes to a random position on the screen. And the star starts gliding everywhere. And as many times as you hear the splash sound, the score will go up by 1. Let's just check that again. The score went up by 1 to 32 now. So that is how the game works. Now, there are specific aspects that may slip our mind during the creation of our own computer game. So, and it's imperative that we all take heed to ensure the success of our project. Once our game is complete, it is crucial to remember to release it to the public. Obviously. Additionally, always bear in mind to include clear instructions on gameplay before publishing. As you can see here over instructions, I've added 4 instructions which will help the user to play the game. First of all, you have to click on the green flag to start the game. You have to use the arrow keys up and down to move the octopus, and whenever the star touches the octopus, it makes a splash sound and your score goes up by 1. It's as simple as that. This ensures that the players are informed about which keys to use and how to navigate through this game successfully. Now, as we come to an end of my session, it's clear that we've explored 2 fascinating avenues of technology: chatbots and computer games. Through our journey, we've witnessed how chatbots serve as dynamic tools for enhancing customer service, providing virtual assistance, and even offering entertainment. From businesses to individuals, chatbots have become integral to our digital interactions, offering convenience, efficiency, and engagement. On the other hand, our exploration of computer games has revealed their profound potential as educational tools as well. By immersing students in the process of game development, we empower them to learn outside the traditional classroom environment, fostering creativity, collaboration, and technical literacy. Educational games not only captivate and motivate learners, but also encourage critical thinking and problem solving skills essential for success in this digital age. In conclusion, both chatbots and computer games represent innovative applications of technology that have the power to transform how we interact, learn, and engage with the world around us. By harnessing the capabilities of chatbots and embracing the creativity of game development, we unlock endless possibilities for digital innovation and learning. Thank you so much. Over to you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Aditi. Like, it was quite an extensive session on how to actually build a game right from the scratch, using Scratch, as well as on how to design a simple, very simple kind of a chatbot using that. Thanks a lot for sharing that. Now we'll move to Aditya. Aditya, like, if you can please unmute and start the session. So Aditya will basically sharing how us with us how to use ChatGPT design your digital products, as well as how to, like, I don't know, we'll see what Aditya has in store. And then just one thing to be sure, like be sure to please put your questions in the chat box, and we shall be taking all of them towards the end. Yeah, over to you.
Thank you, sir. Welcome everyone to a session on conversing with ChatGPT. In the next few minutes, we are going to explore how you can interact effectively with this amazing AI. So let's dive right in. So thanks to Adriti, because of her, we came to know about what is a chatbot. So now meet ChatGPT, an AI model developed by OpenAI. It's designed to understand and generate human-like text based on the input it receives. Now let's talk about how you can engage with ChatGPT effectively. First, we have clear and concise inputs. We need to provide clear and concise prompts or questions. This helps ChatGPT understand what you are asking for and generate a relevant response. Next, if you want specific information, be specific in your queries. The more details you provide, the better response it will give. Then, ChatGPT works best when the conversation stays on topic. If you jump around too much, it might get confused. So here are some examples of effective communication with ChatGPT. So we will be differentiating between the answers given by ChatGPT in 3 of these cases. So first question I will be asking ChatGPT, like, can you tell me about the history of artificial intelligence? It is a good question. Question general and open-ended. It asks for a broad overview of the history of artificial intelligence without specifying any particular aspects of time frames. So let it generate its response. Then we will see what it could. Till then, you fellows like to guess what could be the better version of this question. Write in the chat box. Very good guesses. So now I would be asking the next question. What are the key milestones in the development of AI from the 20th century to today? This question is more focused and specific, narrows down the scope to the key milestones in the development of AI, particularly from 20th century to the present day. It prompts for a more detailed and chronological account. Now be ready. After this response gets generated, we are again going to see what is the best version of this type of questions. So are you guys ready? Yeah, I know you are ready. So I would be asking this question. Could you summarize the contributions of Alan Turing, John McCarthy, and Marvin Minsky to the field of AI? This question is as it names 3 individuals for a summary of their contributions to the field of AI. It targets specific historical figures and their impacts, providing a focused inquiry into the history of AI through the lens of notable contributors. Now let's see ChatGPT more in action. I will ask a few questions based on like daily basis usage and the conversation like with a friend we do. So our first question, guess what our first question could be? So I would like to ask, what are some healthy recipes we can try? Let's see what ChatGPT replies. Now, the point to be noted that this inquiry has clear and concise inputs and specific to what we are looking for. Like we are looking for healthy recipes. It provided a selection of healthy recipes like overnight oats for breakfast, quinoa salad for lunch, baked salmon with roasted vegetables for dinner, etc. etc. Now, we will be moving to our second question after it gets generated the whole answer for us. So our next question could be regarding our liking. Okay, so now let's see how much ChatGPT knows us. Can you recommend a good book to read? It's for me to the ChatGPT. Now let's see what it replies. In response, has given recommendations on different genres, as you can see, like fiction, non-fiction, and many others. But by surfing more in ChatGPT with a particular genre, it will understand more about your likings. Like, let's consider about like science fiction and fantasy. So I would quote that and now write, suggest some books on this genre. Now let's see what it comes as response. Now you see, it is suggesting on the basis of your likings. So this type of casual conversation goes on. Now coming to a serious question, which we all can use after we become grown up. So like, can we use ChatGPT for writing any program, like Python program or anything else? So I would ask ChatGPT for that if it can write a program in Python to make a game, to make a tic-tac-toe game for me. I'm sure that ChatGPT will be able to make this type of games. It can also do some more detailed work than this. Also, you can make other apps also, like previous demos which we have seen. There are like games are created, also apps are created. We can also do with the help of ChatGPT. Coming to our fourth question, like we will be doing something interesting, like generate a short story for me. Let's see, as it knows that our favorite thing is science fiction, I guess. We have just discussed about that. So it has just generating a story. While creating the story, we can also edit the genre or the central theme of the story. Likewise, I want this to be a funny story. So I could ask the ChatGPT as, can you add some comedy to it? Now let's see, will it be able to do that or not? It is generating. It is generating. We will be just seeing the theme of this story, which it had already created. So this is a story about the whimsical tale of misadventures of Ilara and the Forgotten Key, a spirited young girl. And like this way, like you can read the whole story. After reading this story, if you directly jump over to this one, the regenerated response, we could see the comedy in it. Like in a sleepy town nestled between rolling hills and thick forest and all. If you don't like this kind of response, you can regenerate it again by clicking over here, regenerate. So it will be just for you. Now, what are the best practices to chat with ChatGPT? We must use respectful language, then fact checking. While ChatGPT strives to provide accurate information, but it's always a good idea to fact check important details. Then always feel free to experiment with ChatGPT with different questions and different prompts to see what kind of response it gives. Like just I have experimented by adding some comedy to a serious story. So ChatGPT's capabilities extend beyond casual conversation. It can be used in customer service and create language translation and more. Its versatility makes it a valuable tool across various industries. So this ChatGPT is really a great tool for you all, but make sure you don't rely too much on ChatGPT for your daily works. So with this, we are moving to our second demo, that is creating a 3D model. So let's start with the basics. So you guys know what is a 3D model? Write it down in the chat box. So what exactly is 3D modeling? Well, it's the process of creating three-dimensional representations of objects using specialized software. Think of it as a sculpting in a digital space. This technology has revolutionized industries from entertainment to manufacturing, allowing designers to bring their ideas into real life in the virtual environment, obviously. Also, you can 3D print it to bring it in the real life. So what are the importance of practical applications of 3D modeling? The importance of 3D modeling cannot be overstated. It enables us to visualize concepts, iterate designs, and simulate real-world scenarios with precision. One of the most interesting applications of it is in 3D printing technology. With 3D printing, we can turn virtual designs into physical objects, opening up endless possibilities in the fields like prototyping, product development, or even in medicinal fields. Now, I will be showcasing you some of the 3D models that I have created. Hope you will like it. So we have product models. As the name only suggests, product models are used by designers and manufacturers to create virtual prototypes of products. These models allow for testing and refining designs before production and saving time and resources. So here we have this car model. So this is a model which the designers use as a 3D design, and they can rectify more about it. It can be rectified later because it is just a 3D model. Now coming next, we are having like some mechanical part. Mechanical part includes like this 3D printing paraplegics legs. Like these legs are actually made by me for the paraplegics person who for the paraplegics persons. So you can 3D print this to make it a real one for you. Also for fun, you can make rockets like this. Now coming to architectural model. Like see, this is an architectural model. So this architectural model depicts buildings, interiors, and landscapes with stunning realism. Architects and urban planners use these models for visualizing designs and communicating ideas to clients and stakeholders. This also are also used in games for creating 3D environment. We are having character models. As a character model, we are having this robot we have a character model which brings fictional or real life characters into life in a virtual environment. This type of model is widely used in animation, gaming, and virtual reality applications. Now, highlighting key aspects and differences. Each of these models serves a distinct purposes and requires different techniques to create. While the mechanical part focuses on the precision and functionality, the character model emphasizes aestheticness and the expression. On the other hand, the architectural model prioritizes scale, spatial, and relationships. Despite their differences, they all showcase the versatility and creativity of 3D modeling. Now, what are for creating 3D models? We have in our boot camp, we will be using Tinkercad, a user-friendly and accessible platform for beginners. With its intuitive interface and powerful features, Tinkercad is a perfect tool to kickstart your journey into 3D design. In Tinkercad, you will find various components that make 3D modeling easy and accessible. So, in conclusion, 3D modeling is an exciting and invaluable skill that opens doors to endless possibilities. Whether you are pursuing a career in design, engineering, or art, mastering 3D models will set you apart in today's digital world. So let's dive in and unleash our creativity together. And handing over to Sir.
Great. Thanks a lot, Aditya. It was a very exciting session. One thing I would just like to add during the ChatGPT session that you were selling, like one thing I did just mention that is that like we should not be over reliant, and many a times we should be very clear on what kind of prompt or what kind of text or what kind of question we ask ChatGPT. We need to be as specific and as detailed as possible because considering it as a machine, because it will only give you what you ask, and consider that it does not know anything. So based on that, you need to ask them very specific questions, very specifically like what you want, this is the constraint, this should not happen, this is like it's not a human who will know that there are some constraints or there are some obligations or limitations. So be sure to make your prompt very good. So for this also needs a bit of practice and creativity on how to design your prompts or the questions that you have scheduled. And the 3D session, I hope you all take some tips and try designing something on Tinkercad over this weekend. I think we have received a lot of questions, Aditya, Tri, and San. We would love to, if you can just help the viewers about answering some of the questions. Like first, if I go towards chat, so we have two very important chatbots. Aditya, if you can please throw some light on it. So there are two major questions. How do chatbots work and what can they be used? Aditya, over to you. Yeah, if you can just answer these two questions.
Could you repeat the first question, sir? I couldn't
How,
catch you.
yeah, it's how do chatbots work and what
Okay.
can they be used for?
Okay. So basically, chatbots use NLP, natural language processing, to understand and respond to text or voice input from users. And what can chatbots be used for? They can be used for several purposes, like there's customer service, providing information, booking services, and more. If you go to a travel website like, Make My Trip or something like that, there is a chatbot on the website, and you can actually book your own trip using the chatbot.
Great. Thanks a lot. Now let's move towards some questions towards the app building. Sanvi, if you can please answer this. So there are two very important questions. Can different screens be added to an app? I mean, the questions, if I frame it a little, how many screens can be added to an app? And what is the maximum limit? And what are some other components apart from labels, buttons, and images which can be used? Are there, like, can I use Google Maps? Can I use something like a chatbot that just mentioned? So, yeah, Sanvi, if you could please answer this question.
So for the first question, like how many screens can you add to your app? There isn't exactly a limit. You can add as much as screens that you can want to. Like, suppose your app requires 10 screens, you can add 10 screens. If it requires 30, you can add 30. Just one thing that you need to make sure is that when you're coding it, you need to make sure that you have added the code to navigate between the screens of the different screens, and also that you have like a back button in like each screen so that your user doesn't get stuck in any like one specific screen. And as for the second question, like how many like what components can be used, you well, the simple apps usually use like labels and images and buttons, but you can also add various different components. Like you can add checkboxes, database lists. If you mentioned Google Maps, you can also add Google Maps. You can add sensors like location sensor. You can add like a daytime module. And in my demo, I used a web viewer, and using the web viewer, you can link it to different pages. You can also, suppose you made a chatbot, you can incorporate the chatbot in your app as well.
Great. Thanks a lot, Sanvi. Next, let's move towards some questions related to ChatGPT. So, Aditya, you showed how we can create a story, how we can create a comical story while using ChatGPT. So some of the questions are that what other kind of topics can we ask to ChatGPT? And are there any limitations to the knowledge of ChatGPT? And is it updated enough?
Yeah, so we can discuss a wide range of topics, including science, technology, history, entertainment, sports, and coding also. And many more things are also there. However, its knowledge is limited to what it was trained on and up to what it was its last update. It was in 2023. So its training model goes up to 2023 only. It might not have any information of very recent events or developments.
Thanks, sir. And what kind of topics, if you can just explain it a little bit more broadly, like what are the more different topics that you can ask ChatGPT? Some use cases that you can suggest.
Yeah, we can also like share different types of things like First, we have, as I said, like regarding science, regarding general knowledge things. Also, like we can create apps or any even 3D models, or even like we can search based on some images also. Like previous demos, like you have seen, like website building, or like in this session only, you have seen people creating the apps and all. So you can create an app using ChatGPT also. Like I have created that tic-tac-toe game using ChatGPT. Not only that, it could also handle some sensible topics also. But it avoids any controversial topics and all, and it does not provide any inappropriate answer to any topic.
Okay, thanks a lot. So Aditri, one more question, two more questions we have for you. Like, can you share more examples of chatbots that are available, and what are the different languages that the chatbot can understand?
Yes, sir. So chatbots can understand multiple languages, however, they're designed. If I design my chatbot to only understand one particular language, then it will only understand that particular one. But chatbots can be multilingual.
Okay, and any other example of chatbots like?
Right. So there is Alexa, Google Assistant. Half of the people have Alexa and Google Assistant in their homes. Then if you're an iPhone user, they're always Siri. These are some more examples of chatbots.
Apart, I'll just add to it, Aditri. Like there are, and in virtually every app or website, you will have some kind of a chatbot. Like Amazon has its own chatbot, Flipkart has its own chatbot. Even Atal Innovation Mission has its own chatbot. So chatbots are very prevalently used, and like for information like quick helps, FAQs, and it gets very easy for the uh, for the user to get information related to it, and as well as there's some customer support. So customer support is another very prevalent area where chatbots are very widely used.
Yes.
So last one last question I think that we have related to apps. So Sanvi, if you can just share some more information, what are the different platforms other than the Scratch, the platform that you have created? What what are the, I know there is Thunkable. Can you think of more?
There are like different platforms that you can use for mobile app building. The one that I showcased in the demo was MIT App Inventor, and it was also the Thunkable. But you can also use Cordular if you're doing block coding. And if you can do like advanced coding, then there's also like different platforms for you to use for that as well.
And are most of these free, Sanvi?
Sorry, sir, could you repeat that?
Are most of these platforms free or some are paid?
So most of these platforms are free, but there are like premium options as well. But for making simple apps, you can just use the free ones.
Thanks a lot. It was a great answer. Last one more question is just popped up for Aditya. Like, can ChatGPT or other LLMs remember your previous conversations, or do you need to start afresh for it?
Yeah, so answering this, we need with the starting of a new session, ChatGPT forgets the previous one. But if you want the previous data, so you can go to the previous chat histories. Like it saves the chat histories in the ChatGPT only, but not in the same session. And what are the limits and access to ChatGPT? Better not asking to me. You can directly ask to ChatGPT as we have learned today. So let's go and just check out what are its capabilities.
Great. Thanks a lot, Aditya. So yeah, so you have one task that is given by Aditya too. So you need to find out what are the limitations and what are the, like you can also ask some weird questions, like try to be very crazy and ask like, oh, will it rain today? Without giving the city or the place you're from. So let's see whether it asks you a question with which city you are in, or which village you are in. Just try and explore. Or you can even ask whether there will be rain in today's match of India versus India. Just check and see whether it gives you a right answer or even an answer or not. That will help you come to know like whether it is the LLM model that you're using. Like for example, ChatGPT, as Saditya was mentioning, most of the time ChatGPT uses data till 2023. But there are the other LLM models like Gemini, which uses latest data. So please try, explore. There is a lot to learn. It can be used in very, very crazy ways. So some are frightening, some are very cool to explore on. So yeah. So hope this session was very, very useful. This is actually, we are drawing towards the closing of the session. So any thoughts you would like to mention? Aditya, Sanvi, Aditya, any closing thoughts?
So I just hope that everybody learned a lot about chatbots, ChatGPT, building an app and everything. And I hope they can use all these skills in making their own product during the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp. And all the best to all of the participants.
I also hope that everybody understood what the demos were about, and uh, they were able to see like how they were able to understand exactly what it was. And all the best for you guys to make your own products.
Okay, great. Then. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining for today's session. So this was the third session on digital skills. We'll be having some more sessions very soon. So that will help you actually build a better product. And there is a lot of opportunity for all of you entrepreneurs. Like besides getting selected for grants through the Atal Catalyst program, presenting different locations, you yourself will become a small kind of an entrepreneur and maybe launch your own digital venture for this. So yeah, be ready to be a part of this exciting journey, a journey full of learning, imagination, creativity, and innovation. And yeah, all the best. Have a great weekend. Hope the weather is very good over in your place. And yeah, happy learning, happy inventing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you once again to our experts, Aditya, Rikri, as well as Sami, for
Thank you, sir.
being with me. So, yeah, so this draws close towards the session. Thank you very much and have a good day. Goodbye.